Well, Japan isn't the only country that could be brought into the AUKUS collaboration on advanced technology. Canada is exploring joining Pillar 2 as well. Political correspondent Olivia Casely joins me now, so a bit of a rush on all of a sudden. Canada could be brought into the tent. This is Pillar 2, but it's also spoken about wanting nuclear subs.
That's right. So Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau this morning is essentially expressing that he has had conversations with Australia, the United States and the United Kingdom about collaborating with AUKUS. He also has expressed the potential, really, for Canada's own fleet of nuclear submarines to protect its waters. Interestingly, this morning, Anthony Albanese made it pretty clear that when it comes to Pillar 1, that's the nuclear submarine component, that's going to remain for the original partners. But at the moment, when it comes to Pillar 2, that there is this active exploration of bringing other like-minded countries on board to essentially share advanced technologies, things such as AI. And this is all to try and counteract China's growing aggression. Ultimately, Justin Trudeau this morning expressing a desire to become a partner because there is this sort of growing concern that with key elections in the United States, the United Kingdom and Australia over the next 12 months, that Pillar 2 could be compromised if there were to be a change of leadership to someone perhaps more isolationist. Here's Mr Trudeau this morning.
Quite frankly, it's good news that both Canada and New Zealand are going to be joined by Japan, that is engaging more closely in AUKUS conversations as well around Phase 2. I think it's really important that allies, particularly across the Indo-Pacific, work together in stronger and tighter ways, and those Canadian conversations with our partners will continue.
This comes, of course, as the three original partners, Australia, the United States and the United Kingdom, showed an openness to bringing Japan on board for Pillar 2. I'm hearing as well other countries, I should say, that could join the mix, South Korea, New Zealand and also Canada, as we heard there before. I did press the Prime Minister about which countries he'd like to see join this morning.
Any partners outside the direct AUKUS relationship, then that will be considered.
And so we've said for quite some time that it would be natural for us to, on a project-by-project basis, look at working with other friends in respect of particular technologies.
We've had one of the architects of all of this as well weigh in, a tweet from Scott Morrison.
That's right. Who could forget that press conference when AUKUS was first announced, when US President Joe Biden referred to him as that fella from down under. But today, the former Prime Minister weighing in, he's welcoming the potential contribution from Japan. That is expected to be announced at a summit between Joe Biden and Fumio Kishida in Washington tomorrow. I'm going to take you to Scott Morrison's comments now. So he says, an AUKUS Plus framework for Pillar 2 is a natural progression. It also makes a lot of sense to start with Japan. He says it will aid stability and balance in the Indo-Pacific, which of course is what AUKUS is all about. I was with the former Prime Minister Scott Morrison in Tokyo in 2020 when Australia and Japan signed a new strategic defence pact, and this AUKUS involvement would only serve to strengthen those ties. One of the potential roadblocks, though, is that Japan might need to enhance its cybersecurity to protect any of those crucial defence secrets.
Yeah, it's still, it should be noted as well, it's still sort of emerging from post-World War II sort of peace position. So its spending is about, I think, a bit less than 1% of GDP, whereas most others are going more than 2%. So it's about, I guess, their overall spend, but they're going to be a bigger player, right, in terms of defence spending around the world.
That's right. And when you look at Japan, they've obviously got a complex and long history when it comes to their relationship with China, but they are concerned about China's rise and are taking a more, I guess, practical steps to shoring up their defences.
Oh, they're a lot closer, aren't they, Liv? Thank you.